take a second. So, good evening, students.
Good evening.
As you see, I've got Lizzie with me today, so 2 teachers for the price of 1. So, good evening, Lolly. Good evening, Richard. It's nice to see you both again. I'm glad you're in here to enjoy today's lesson. The format's going to be the same as usual. I think we're just going to start with a few numbers to warm us up. Okay, so what's the first number for us, Lizzie?
18. 18. It's number 18. Let's see if you can...
Hi, Count Beauty. So, good evening. So, the first number.
The first number is number 18. Let's see if somebody knows what number this is and can let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
It's number 18.
So,
This
what's
one's
the
nice
number?
and easy, come on.
Hi there, good evening,
there.
Andy. And Jobs as well. Okay, great to see you.
Nice username, Jobs Job.
Job is a good one.
There we go, 18, perfect.
Well done, Count Beauty. Well done, Richard. So, you were here first, so you're ready for it. So, the next number, thank you, Lolly, well done. Next number's 890. 890. Okay, so 890. 890. You say it for us?
Yeah, 890. 890.
Yeah, very definitely. So, next one is 890. 890. So, any second now, apart from the lag, I guess we're going to be getting some answers. So, good evening, Weird Lad. Nice to see you. So, what about this next number? 890.
There we go.
So, who was the first one with that one, Lewis?
I think it was Count Beauty.
Yes, Count Beauty and then Richard as well. Good evening, Montespan.
Weird Lad said 809.
It was 890. Let's try the next one because...
Anyway, good try, of course.
So
the next number, getting loads of answers now. Next number is 1919.
yeah.
1919.
Okay, so we're getting the right answer for the last one. That's very good. So, what about this one?
1919.
Yeah, so what's the answer to this one? This one's easy. Yeah. So, hi Montespan again. So,
1919. Yeah, good job, guys. Very good.
So let's just put it here. Ouch.
Paste it there.
Yes. Okay, Richard. We get it.
1992.
Okay. So let me say the next one. 90,016. 90,016. Yeah, I made it more difficult for you. 90,016.
Yeah, going a bit faster there.
Yeah, 90,016.
90,016.
So, are you ready for this one? 90,016. 90,016. 90,016. Who's going to be first with this one? We will see.
90,016.
Yeah, 90,016. So, yeah, we've got lots of people here. That's good. I think there's a lot of lag on the line.
There we go.
So, who got the first one?
Count Beauty.
Whoops.
Yeah, and that's the same number again.
90,016.
Okay, yeah, 90,016. That was it.
Yeah, 90,016.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, so cool, crazy dude. Welcome. Nice to see you. And the next number is...
Okay, the next number is 116,560.
Okay, well done, Cecilia. Well done, Richard. Well done, Satendra. Yeah. So,
116,560 is the next number.
Good evening, Ida.
116,560. Wrong again. It's alright.
Practice makes perfect, Lolly.
Exactly.
So, say this one again.
The next number is 116,560.
Yeah.
Let's see who gets this one.
Ah.
116,560. Yeah, good job.
Okay, well, the weird lad, Count Beauty, very good indeed. So, let's try the next number. And the next number is 9,870,817. 9,870,817.
9,870,817 is the next number.
Yeah. It's alright about your mobile phone. You're here and participating on to Span. So, let's see. 9,870,817.
9,870,817. Let's see what we got there. Yeah, good job.
So, who's got it right?
I think it was Count Beauty, Ida, Ahmedi, Tangible,
Ooh,
Invincible, Cecilia Ortega. I was going to say Cecilia.
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 Well, you never know.
Yeah,
Cecilia,
maybe it is Cecilia. I think it's more Cecilia.
Me too. And the very last one of these.
Okay, so the last number for today. 16,770,870. Again, 16,770,870.
16,770,870.
16,770,870.
16,770,870. Well done on the last one, Yuki. It's nice to see you.
So, not exactly.
Not exactly, Count Beauty. You're close, but
yeah, I think you're struggling there a bit between 60, 16, 17, 17.
So tangible. That looks all
nearly there.
Nearly there, but Ahmed, that looks right to me.
Yeah.
Okay, well done, Ahmed.
Yeah, that's the correct one.
That's the correct one. Yeah, this is not.
Weird lad also got it right.
Yeah. It's not the easiest thing to do. Okay, so let's change, and what we're going to do now is I'm going to give you some things that people say, some idioms, and you need just to complete them. So the very first one in this set, let's get somewhere clean to work, and I have nothing to offer but blood. I
have nothing to offer but blood.
This is a quotation by Winston Churchill, by the way. I have nothing to offer but hi, Susanta. Nice to see you this evening. So, I have nothing to offer but blood. What goes after this? I have nothing to offer but blood, and Ooh, is there no one who knows this one?
No googling the answer, by the way.
Well, you can Google the answers. I don't mind.
And
sweat. Yes, but there's three things. So it's blood, sweat, and
something else.
Well done. Who's that?
Sweat and
Bear.
tears.
Okay. Beam me up, Mr. Scott. Well done, beam me up, Mr. Scott.
Loving the account name. Keep me up, Mr. Scott.
Blood, sweat and tears. So...
And cigars, love it.
And cigars, I love it, beauty. Blood, sweat and tears, that's the phrase. Blood, sweat and tears. I have nothing to offer you but blood, sweat and tears. So if a job is really hard, you can say this job cost me blood, sweat and tears. The phrase that you need to know is blood, sweat and tears. It's really difficult. So you cut yourself doing it, you're covered in sweat and you cry because it's just so bloody frustrating. So let's try the next one then. Could you read this one for me?
He wears his heart.
Where does he wear his heart?
What follows?
He wears his heart. He wears his heart. This one means that he shows his emotions. He doesn't keep his emotions bottled up and inside like the Brits really tend to do. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, he wears his heart. So, what about this one? What's the answer to this one then? He wears his heart. Where does he wear his heart? Okay, so he wears his heart. Okay, tangible. Okay, sleeves definitely, but it's not at his sleeves. It's not at. Change the preposition tangible. On his sleeve. This is Ahmed again. He wears his heart on his sleeve. Okay, this is the sleeve. This is your sleeve, the top part of your shirt. Well, you'll probably see it in 5 minutes because of the lag. Yeah. But to wear your heart on your sleeve. This means to show your emotions, not to keep them bottled up, not to keep them inside you. Okay, so the next one here. If the mountain will not come to Muhammad,
if the mountain will not come to Muhammad,
if the mountain will not come to Muhammad,
something, 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 something.
So, Susanta, well, this is a way to learn them, definitely. Okay. In the right place, I like that, Funda. Good evening, Funda, by the way, nice to see you. And Majid 3. Okay, this is great. So, Montespan, oh yeah, you're bad at them as well. These idioms are difficult, but if the mountain will not come to Muhammad, okay, well done, Ida. Okay, well done, Count Beauty. I would say that the exact words you need are if the mountain will not come to Muhammad, the mountain, not the mountain, Muhammad will have to come to the mountain. Okay, this is great, guys. Let's try another one of these then. Whoops, there's double E here. That's not right. So let's see the next one. Could you just read this one for me, Lizzie?
If wishes were horses.
If wishes were horses.
What would happen?
Yeah. What would happen?
Wishes were horses.
Okay, this means that if wishes were easy to make real, then everybody would just wish for the things they want, and then everybody would have what they want. If wishes were horses, this one's quite difficult. I bet they're all out there Googling frantically.
Yeah. Googling frantically.
If wishes were horses...
Ooh.
Okay, well done, Cecilia. Cecilia. Yes, because it's Ortega, it's got to be Cecilia. Yeah? Okay, if wishes were horses, so, Hamed. Actually, we've got an exact equivalent for this idiom in Farsi. I'm sure there are many idioms in English that come from Arabic, I'm certain of it,
yeah.
And from Farsi. So, if wishes were horses...
If wishes were horses...
They would gallop. A good guess, Ida, but no.
Yeah.
they would gallop. I like the idea, I like the guess. If wishes were horses, okay, Ahmed. If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. So this is saying if wishes were horses, a beggar's a person who asks for money, who has no money. This is a person who comes up to you in the street or outside the church or the mosque and says, please give me money, give me alms. Alms, A-L-M-S. Yeah? So if wishes were horses, then the poor people would wish for horses and they would have them. Yeah? So I think this is probably enough of these, and I think we want to change, and let's try a story for today.
Story time.
Story time. So the title of this story is The Thief and His Mother. Let me just paste the title. Whoops. Okay, so let me just put it there like that. The title is The Thief and His Mother. Okay, so we're going to read you the story. It's going to be in 3 parts.
Could you explain the activity that you're doing right now?
Okay, the activity we're doing right now, we're going to read a story in 3 parts, and with each part we're going to read it, and then there are going to be 2 questions about it, and then once we have some answers to the question, we will show you the text, and we will help you answer the questions if there's been any difficulty. So I hope that's clear. I hope that's clear, Majid. Okay, so long ago a boy stole a book from school and took it home to his mother.
Not only did she not punish him, but instead she encouraged him.
The next time he stole a coat and brought it to her, and she again commended him. So here come the 2 questions. The first question is, what was the mother's reaction to the boy stealing?
Mm-hmm. What was the mother's reaction to the boy stealing?
And the second question is, identify the example of an inversion in the text. So there's an inversion in the text that I'm reading. See if you can identify that. Okay? So, long ago, a boy stole a book from school and took it home to his mother.
Not only did she not punish him, but instead she encouraged him.
The next time he stole a coat and brought it to her, and she again commended him. So the 2 questions. What's the first question?
So what was the mother's reaction to the boy stealing, to his son stealing, and you have to identify the inversion in the story.
Yeah, so what was the mother's reaction, and identify the inversion. Okay, so
let's see if we get any answers.
Well, there's always this problem with lag. Yeah. Shalom, Reynard. So, well done, Ida. She accepted the behaviour of her son. She reacted positively. That's good. She ignored it. Kind of.
Appraisal. Very good.
Yeah. Appraisal. To appraise means to give somebody your opinion of something. I think you mean approval. Well done, Richard. She accepted it. Correct. Oh, Montespan.
Yeah, very good.
So
that's question 2.
That's question 2, and that's the difficult question. Yeah.
And Ahmed also, not only.
Well done, Ahmed. Yes, well done, Ahmed, as well. This is great. I really like that. Okay. So, yeah, she encouraged him, unfortunately. Yeah, well done, Susanta. So, in a second, we're actually going to be able to see the text, or I hope. Encourage with an E at the beginning, not an I either. but that's really good.
An OU instead of A.
Okay, so the answer to the questions, the mother encouraged her son, and the answer to the second question, not only did she not punish, that's a double negative as well, which is quite an unusual thing. Yeah, not only did she not punish him, she encouraged him. And I'm still waiting for this to appear. Okay, finally it's appeared. So,
long, long ago, a boy stole a book from school and took it home to his mother.
Not only did she not punish him, but instead she encouraged him.
The next time he stole a coat and brought it to her, and she again commended him.
Good. So, the thief and his mother, long, long ago, a long time ago, a boy stole a book from school and took it home to his mother. So, here we have this inversion. Not only did she not punish him, so because this sentence starts not only, then you need to use a question form with the verb. You can't say not only she did not punish, you need to use the question form, and this is an inversion. Not only did she not punish him, to punish, to hit, to shout at, to castigate, but instead she encouraged him. That's great, son, well done.
Yeah.
The next time he stole a coat and brought it, took it to her, and she again commended him. So she said, well done, son. So, here's the second part.
The youth became a young man and proceeded to steal things of still greater value.
At last he was caught in the act.
The town guards bound his hands behind him and led him away to the place of public execution.
His mother followed in the crowd and screamed and cried in her distress. So, two questions. I think the first question is, what did the guards do to the boy's hands? What did they do to his hands?
So the first question is, what did the guards do to the boy's hands?
And the second question, what was the mother's reaction?
The second question is, what was the mother's reaction?
Great. Okay, so let's read the story again. The youth became a young man and proceeded to steal things of still greater value.
At last he was caught in the act.
The town guards bound his hands behind him and led him away to the place of public execution.
His mother followed in the crowd and screamed and cried in her distress.
So we'll read it one more time. So the questions were, what did the guards do to his hands, and what was the mother's reaction?
The questions for this part of the story are, what did the guards do to the boy's hands, and what was the mother's reaction?
Let's read it one more time.
Okay.
The youth became a young man and proceeded to steal things of still greater value.
At last he was caught in the act. The town... Sorry.
That's okay.
No, you continue.
The town guards bound his hands behind him and led him away to the place of public execution.
His mother followed in the crowd and screamed and cried in her distress.
So, poor mother, poor boy. So, we're starting to... Okay, so...
Banded, yeah.
Okay, so...
Kind of, but not exactly.
So, banded, you understand, but it's not quite the right word. It's another word for meaning to tie.
So, there's some questions there. What does commended mean?
To commend is to say, that's very good. I commend all of you for the hard work you're putting in. I commend Lizzie for helping me. Thank you very much. That's brilliant. Eulogise. I love it. Well done, Rita. Okay.
He get caught.
He get caught and banded his hands.
Okay, the git part is pretty funny.
Yeah, okay, a git is a nasty, unpleasant, stupid person.
Ooh, there we go. Bound his hands behind. Okay.
That's very good, Rainyard. Rainyard. Yeah, Rainyard sounds about right. Bound his hands and distressed. Well done, Ahmed.
Yeah, very good.
Okay, so it's probably time I put the
second paragraph.
Yeah, the second paragraph.
There we go.
Okay, it'll take a while to... So, Mum screamed and cried. Well done.
Very good.
She was screaming and full in tears. Okay, let's see. You see this word bound? It comes from the verb bind. Bind, bound, bound. And it means to tie. Yeah? Bind, bound, bound. It means to tie. Okay? So his hands were bound behind him. Okay, so yes, we're definitely getting some right answers here. We probably need to wait until the picture actually appears before we read it. But these are great answers, guys, yeah? So, they bound, Ida. Bound, to bind. Bind, bound, bound. To tie together. Yeah?
So the answer was banded.
Yeah? Okay, to band, no. Maybe band together. The answer's to bind or bound. Here. It says, unavailable in my area. I can't support you, Majid. Okay, Majid, thanks for the good intentions. It doesn't matter. Yeah, good intentions are great. So, we're still waiting for YouTube to actually put this in the window so that we can actually see it.
Yeah, there's loads of lag.
Yeah, but so, well, okay, so there's this verb, bind, bound, bound, and his mother screamed and cried in her distress. Yeah, okay, so she was very upset.
So what would you say instead of fall in tears?
To break down in tears.
Or to be in tears.
To be in tears, very definitely. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I think there we go.
Yeah, there we go. Finally.
Now
So
you guys can see it.
yeah, I made a mistake and I pushed it too far up to start with. Okay, so any second now it'll come down again because I wasn't that long with it. Okay, well.
Shall we read it?
Yeah, let's read it again. So the youth became a young man and proceeded to steal things of still greater value.
At last he was caught in the act.
The town guards bound his hands behind him and led him away to the place of public execution.
His mother followed in the crowd and screamed and cried in her distress.
Yeah. So, yes, finally we've got this in the right position. So the youth became a young man. He grew up and proceeded and went forward to steal things of still greater value. So things that were more expensive. At last he was caught in the act. What does that mean, caught in the act?
So caught comes from the verb to catch.
Yeah.
And, well, obviously, like, the guards took him, they saw him stealing actually, they had proof of him stealing, so they saw him in the act, they saw him stealing.
The town guards bound his hands, so you see this word, bound his hands behind him, and led him away to the place of public execution. So he got executed. His mother followed in the crowd and screamed and cried. So to scream and cry in her distress. So distress, she's very, very, very upset. Okay, so we now need to do the last piece. So
the young man asked the guard for permission to speak to his mother.
She came close to him and he said to her, "Had you only beaten me when I first stole that book and brought it to you, this harrowing situation would have never come to pass."
Spare the rod and spoil the child.
Okay, so 2 questions. First one, explain the moral. And the other one?
What does harrowing mean?
Harrowing, harrowing. So, the
young man asked the guard for permission to speak to his mother.
She came close to him, and he said to her,
"Had you only beaten me when I first stole that book, and brought it to you, this harrowing situation would not have come to pass."
spare the rod and spoil the child. So,
and what were the questions?
So the questions were, explain the moral, explain the last sentence, this sentence, spare the rod and spoil the child, and what does harrowing mean?
So the questions for this part of the story are for you guys to explain the moral, like the meaning behind the story, and the meaning of the word harrowing.
So let's read it one more time.
Okay.
The young man asked the guard for permission to speak to his mother.
She came close to him, and he said to her,
"Had you only beaten me when I first stole that book and brought it to you,
this harrowing situation would not have come to pass.
Spare the rod and spoil the child." So, let's see. So, what does the moral mean? Spare the rod and spoil the child. And what does harrowing mean? Oh, and if you're still concentrating as well, a third question. What's the inversion?
Oh yeah, it's true. There's
Yeah.
another inversion.
There's
yeah.
another inversion instead of if. Let's read it one more time.
The young man asked the guard for permission to speak to his mother.
She came close to him, and he said to her,
"Had you only beaten me when I first stole that book and brought it to you,
this harrowing situation would not have come to pass."
spare the rod and spoil the child.
Great, guys. So, okay, Ahmed's got to go.
But I think they're having problems with connection, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, because he says, do we lose connection? No.
Yeah. Okay, we're still here and we're still... it lags always,
Yeah.
yes. I'm really sorry about
Sorry,
the lag.
guys.
I really would love to have a brilliant connection, but unfortunately I don't. It's the one thing that I'm really missing. So let's see. I'm going to place this here because it takes so long for the answer, for the lag to actually catch up.
Someone says burst into tears in regards to the previous question.
Yeah.
Cry their eyes out. That's a good.
Cry their eyes out. That's a good
Cry your
phrase,
eyes out,
definitely. So, let's see.
What does distress mean? Yeah, being upset, being very sad.
Okay, so we're still waiting for some answers to the questions, but it takes a while to get through the lag.
Harassing.
Harassing. No, harrowing. Harrowing. Harassing. Yeah, harassing's probably a reasonable. Harrowing means, well done, Susanta. No, but it tantalizing. No, if something's harrowing, it's really, really upsetting. Yeah?
Yeah.
So,
Upsetting.
a harrowing experience.
Painful.
Painful, upsetting. Yeah?
A terrible situation, okay.
Acting bravely. Okay, so you're having difficulty with the questions in this last one. So with a bit of luck, any minute now, this will swap to the last page. It'll come, it'll come, it'll come. So we're still waiting for you to be able to see this word harrowing. So moral is do not be caught red-handed.
Okay. Like I love the try and I love the intention. It's not that, but It could be.
Yeah, it says spare the rod and spoil the child.
And I actually also think that you have the answer in what the boy says, the young man says to his mother.
Yes.
Had you only beaten me when I first book and brought it to you,